A wild elephant herd goes completely still the moment they reach the bones of one of their own. And one by one, they reach out and touch the skull with the tips of their trunks, gently, deliberately, years after the death. Why does an animal do that? How does an elephant hold on to someone it loved? And why does it matter so much that it does? That moment, an elephant pausing over bones it last encountered a decade ago, isn't instinct in the way we usually mean it. It's memory. And the reason elephants can hold on to someone that long comes down to what's happening inside their skulls. Your brain has a hippocampus, the structure responsible for encoding and retrieving long-term memories. An elephant's hippocampus is proportionally large and extraordinarily well connected, which means it doesn't just store experiences in bulk. It files individuals, specific faces, specific voices, specific smells. Over a lifespan that stretches 60 to 70 years, that filing cabinet fills up with a richly detailed social map of everyone the elephant has ever known. And it doesn't easily forget. But here's what makes this more than impressive neuroscience. Researchers have confirmed the presence of von Economo neurons in elephant brains. These are sometimes called spindle neurons, and they're the same specialized cells found in human brains and great apes. Cells strongly linked to empathy, social awareness, and the ability to feel something about the people around you. That's not a coincidence. That's a brain built not just to remember individuals, but to care about them. Research has documented elephants recognizing specific humans and reuniting with herd members after separations lasting more than a decade. The recognition isn't vague, it's behavioral. A shift in posture, a change in vocalization, a deliberate movement toward the remembered individual. The elephant knows who this is, and that's where the story gets more interesting than it first appears. Because an elephant's memory for the ones it loves isn't just emotionally rich. It turns out to be one of the most practical survival advantages the species has ever developed. Those von Economo neurons, the same cells wired for empathy in human brains. Do you think that makes elephant grief closer to what we feel than most people realize? Drop your answer in the comments below. Now here's where it gets even more fascinating. Because this memory isn't just emotional, it's a survival mechanism. That last point, where the memory isn't just emotional but practical, is where the whole picture snaps into focus. Think about what an elephant actually needs to survive. Not in a zoo, not in a sanctuary, but across the open savanna during a drought year, when water sources that were reliable a decade ago have dried up and the herd needs to move fast and move right. The animal that remembers where the water was, not approximately, but precisely, and which route was safe and which human settlements to avoid, that animal keeps the herd alive. That animal is the matriarch. And her most critical tool is exactly what we've been talking about. A decades-deep memory of individuals, places, and what happened the last time the herd encountered them. Research tracking elephant herds in East Africa found something striking. Herds led by older matriarchs, the ones carrying the longest social and geographic memory, showed measurably higher calf survival rates during periods of environmental stress. The younger calves in those herds were more likely to reach adulthood, not because the matriarch was stronger or faster, but because she remembered. She knew which strangers were dangerous. She knew which landscapes held water when everything else failed. Her memory was the herd's margin of survival. And now bring that back to the bones. When an elephant returns to the remains of a lost companion and pauses there, it isn't a detour from survival behavior. It's an expression of the same system. Grief reinforces attachment. Attachment strengthens the social bonds that make the memory network function. A herd that mourns together stays bonded together, and a bonded herd, led by a matriarch who remembers everyone and everything, survives. That's the answer to the question the hook asked. An elephant remembers the ones it loves because, for an elephant, love and memory were never two different things. The emotional wiring and the survival wiring are the same wiring. The grief, the recognition, the deliberate touch on a skull years after a death. None of it is sentimental excess. All of it is the species working exactly as it was built to work. If that changed how you see animal intelligence, subscribe and watch our video on how dolphins call each other by name. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.